I've just landed at Singapore Changi's airport after a few hours on Qatar Airplane. People say that Singapore airports is on top 3 best airports in the world. I don't know how cool that is. I just feel it's too tired to walk along the airport. 我刚来到新加坡樟宜机场，坐飞机坐了几个小时才来。听说新加坡机场是世界上最好的机场之一。对我来说，我对那么一没有感兴趣。其实我觉得累死了，走了半天才走完这个机场。
This is a very long queue, and we are waiting for the immigration procedures. We have just gone through immigration procedures, and now we are waiting at carousel to pick up our handbag.
You know, there's nothing much to do on the first day at Singapore because it's getting late. And then the bus takes us to the restaurant for the dinners.
And this is our dinners.
On the second day, we visited some famous destinations in Singapore. The first places are Malayan Park and Victoria Theatres. You see, there's a very interesting building over there. It safe look like durians, and yes, people call it Durian Theatre. It's also called Esplanade Theatres on the Bay. I love eating durians, so do the Singaporeans, I think.
We're going to the Malayans, the symbol of Singapore. And this is the Marian Bay, the famous hotels which have a swimming pool on the top. This climate is tropical climate, so the weather outside is too hot. To Malayan, the symbol of Singapore. Wow, the weather outside here is very hot, too hot for me to stand. Oh, and this is the baby Malayan.
And then we climb to the top of the mountains. It's called Faber Mount. They place a very big telescope on the peak for visitors climbing to see the whole view of the city.
Đây là một bạn.
Ôi, có ai đang tắm ở trên tàu?
Phải. Đâu đâu chỗ này chị ơi? Hướng nào đây?
Nhìn ống nhòm thì không nhìn, nhìn cảnh thì không nhìn. Nhưng mà đối tượng này thì chủ yếu là
Nhìn gì là sao?
xoay cho các nhà tắm trên tàu.
Nhìn nó cái I don't know, is this clear enough to see?
The next place we visit a temple. It's the oldest and the most important temple of the Hokkien people in Singapore. It's called Thiên Phú Cung in Chinese. Thiên Phúc. The temple was built to worship a Ma Chủ, Mẫu Tổ, or Thiên Hậu Sân Mũ, Thiên Hậu Thánh Mẫu, and the Buddhist. And normally, people in Singapore come here to pray for the good luck, and they also bring some onion to wish the intelligence for their children. Because you know, in Chinese, onions called Tong. It sounds like the word 聪明, which means smart and intelligent. And inside the temple, there is also a sacred well. Let's go and see.
First, you should shake the bell and there's so many coins inside. Many people come here to wish for their luck. There are so many coins inside. Wow, this is the wishing well. You shake the bell and you come inside to see.
After taking a little while for having lunch, the guide leader brings us to casino where they offer coffees or Milo for free. But they don't allow us to bring camera inside, so I don't have any image to share with you.
I know anything about gambling or games or casino, so I'm not interested in that much.
We continue to another famous tourist attraction, that is Wax Museum. There are many famous wax celebrities all around the world and you can take pictures with them. And then we take a boat ride to enjoy the spirit of Singapore. And it's quite scary, I feel. At the end of the day, the tour leader drops us at the biggest shopping center in Marina Bay Sands and wait for the light and water show called Spectre. And you know, after a full day with a thick itinerary, I finally feel exhausted, so I just walk around the shopping mall and talk nonsense.
I'm standing in the biggest shopping centers in Singapore. Many famous brands, Chanel, Givenchy, Gucci, Breitling, Squad, Rado, a lot. And it's decorating so gorgeous because it's going to be Christmas.
Đây là một bạn này năng quang nhạc nước thì không xem, toàn đi tận đâu.
And today, we are taking a visit to Singapore National Orchid Garden. In fact, I'm not a type of person who has a special interest in orchids and similar flowers, but look at what they have in this garden. I'm really appreciating their effort to collect many different types of flowers all over the world to plant here. This garden is not natural, it's all human-made. There are approximately 1,000 orchid species and hybrids in this cool hall. From this height, you can see many famous buildings in Singapore. And the air in these gardens is cooler and so much fresher than outside because they have a watering systems. And the fourth day, they take us to visit Marine Barrage. It's a dam built at the confluence of 5 rivers. In the afternoon, we got free time to go shopping in the center. And you know, when you are busy shopping, you don't have time to film, right?
Well, I have just finished my breakfast, but I'm not feel happy at all. You know, I'm a greedy eater. Good food make me happy. Good food make me feel positive. But today, I feel neither happy or positive. One thing I'm not happy about is the food. Of course, I know all the food and their ingredients are imported from other countries. But the way they make it, the way they cook, it actually is not suitable to my taste. And if you are Vietnamese and you're looking for something fresh or something special, I would not recommend Singapore food. classes.
Well, it's time to say goodbye to modern Singapore, and now we need to come back to Vietnam, back to our daily life and make money for our next vacation.